Hello and welcome to the Cheltenham Exchange and another series, another horses to follow video. I'm joined by Alex and Jonny. Gentlemen, how are we?
Good, thank you, Ian.
Very good, thanks, Ian.
All set for a new season? Jonny, you still in flat mode?
No, not really. I've come out of that now. I'm just in getting ready for jumps mode, I think. In between.
I know Alex has started chomping a bit of. He hibernates for the flat season, so
yeah, I quite like it. It's like a little break. Like I just don't think about horses. I don't open the betting accounts. I don't open Racing Post. I just have a nice little. It's like a little 5-month holiday, and then this time of year I start to sort of slowly get myself back into the swing of it.
About August time.
It is, yeah. Well, not August. It'd be late September is when I even start thinking about what a horse looks like. Before that, I've got no idea.
So the plan for the video, we're going to do 10 horses to follow. I've got 4, and the gentlemen, Jonny and Alex, have got 3. So I'll go first and last. And we've got a mixture of graded horses to follow and handicaps to follow between the 3 of us. So I shall start. My first one is a handicapper to follow, and it's Long Draw for Ollie Murphy. Currently got an official rating of 138. Had a great record at Cheltenham last season. Finishes second behind the infamous Hamsian, one of Alex's favourites in the 2-mile 5 handicap at the November meeting. Then went on to win the 3-mile handicap hurdle at December meeting, beating Gal Road by 5 lengths. And Gal Road then franked the form by winning the Cleve hurdle at the January meeting. Long Draw then won the 3-mile handicap at the April meeting, beating Harbour Lake. To me, he looks like a Pertemps handicap hurdle horse. I know he had an entry and qualified last season, but I'm sure he's going to stay over hurdling rather than going chasing. I would say he's probably his targets. I know he ran in the Boxing Day Wincanton meeting and qualified, but there's also some at Cheltenham and some at Newbury. So I wonder if Ollie Murphy potentially could target that. But yeah, I think we'll have a couple of pipe openers and then go for a qualifier of a 3 mile. So Long Draw is my first one. Handicapper to follow. Alex, your first one, please.
My first one is Juby Ball, who is an Evan Williams trained gelding. I tried to sort of not think outside the box, but I tried to go with horses that are sort of a bit sort of lower down the pecking order, or something that I've got sort of buried deeper in my tracker. Just that's what I decided to do. The horse itself, he's 2 out of 2 in novice hurdles last season, and he was very impressive both starts, although, if I'm honest, he didn't really beat much in either. He was also in Evan Williams' stable tour for the festival season, so clearly well regarded, and he talked about maybe going for that grade 1 at Aintree, but said he wouldn't run unless the ground was really soft, which it wasn't. So obviously they've kept him for this season. I don't know if he'll go hurdling this season or if he'll go novice chasing, but for me, he's definitely one to keep on side. That's Juby Ball.
Juby Ball, excellent. Jonny, your first one, please, sir.
Yeah, my first one's a little bit more of an obvious one. So it's a graded horse that I really think you should keep your eye out this coming season. It's Jasmine DeVoe from the Mullins stable. Was obviously the easy winner of the Albert Bartlett back in March. And he did the unthinkable, really. He actually followed up in Punchestown a few weeks later, which not many horses do. And for me, that kind of stood out, really, to go back-to-back there. A lot of horses win the festival and then they flop, don't they, immediately afterwards? But he just looks an out-and-out stayer. And although he wasn't that fluent over hurdles last season, he did improve as he went through the season. He just does look a chaser in the making. I know it's a cliche, but I think he probably will improve for a fence. Maybe he'll sort of respect the fences a little bit more than he did the hurdles. And obviously he's in the right hands with Mullins. I mean, he looks like a Browns type horse, really. Obviously Mullins has also got Final Demand in there as well.
Yeah.
But if you look at the prices, I think he's over double the price of Final Demand's a horrendous price. Prices. I mean, Jasmine DeVoe isn't that much better, but it's at least double figures. So just putting those two things together, really, I just think he's the one that might go on this season and be a star in the making.
Perfect. Do you think there could be a chance where he may stay hurdling, or do you think he'll go chasing?
I don't know. I mean, he kicked a lot of the hurdles out of the ground last season, didn't
Yeah,
he?
and still won.
Yeah, I mean, there is a chance maybe he could be the stayers horse, but we'll see because Mullins hasn't really got anything for the stayers. I mean, that is another option. I just think he looks like a chaser, doesn't he? So yeah, we'll see where he gets entered early doors, but either way, I'll definitely keep an eye on him for the coming season.
Perfect. So for the first round, my selection was Long Draw, Alex was Juby Ball, and Jasmine Defoe for Jonny. I will go again, second round. Mine is a handicapper again to follow, and it's Miami Magic for Stuart Edmonds. Again, another horse has got an official rating of 138. Won his maiden hurdle at Fakenham and a novice hurdle at Kempton last season, and then went straight into Class 1 Company at the Christmas hurdle, I think it was. Finishes second behind Potter's Charm in the Formby at Aintree, and there was was it about 5 or 6 lengths behind, and then a 7th length behind second Tripoli Flyer in the Dovecote, and sadly well beaten in the Mersey novices hurdle over 2 mile 4. I can't confirm if he's going to stay over hurdles or go and chasing, but I think he could be like a very good middle distance horse. His sire was a leading light that produced the horses like the ill-fated Free Strike Life and Bold Light. But I think he might be a better ground horse, and I wonder if he could start over 2 miles and maybe mop up some of the handicappers, handicap hurdles or chases there. So my second pick is Miami Magic. Alex, your second one, please, sir.
My second pick is a horse trained by Emma Lavelle. It's George's Lad. I think he'll be going chasing this season, and I believe he is a very good prospect. He did show a decent level of form last year. His sort of 3 of his races, he was second to Miami Magic, who's now rated 138. He had a second to Van der Poel, who's won since. And then he actually won himself at Doncaster. To be honest, I'm quite excited to see what he's going to do this year. And yeah, I think he's just one to keep on side. Could go chasing, which I think that's probably the right thing for him.
Excellent. So it's George's Lad for Alex. Jonny, your second one?
I mean, I didn't really want to do this, but I'm going with another Mullins one, and in the graded race, I'm going to keep me handicapper till last. But this one I just couldn't leave out really because I'd followed it all last season, and that was the bumper winner, Bambino Fever. Obviously, form was excellent last year, and I was really strongly for her when we went over to Dublin at the end of January, beginning of February. There, she was very impressive, and she even went one better. She won at Cheltenham and then also won at Punchestown. So she did the treble, which not many horses do that. She just seemed to improve, race after race. Jodie gave her some peaches of a ride, but I was just really keen on her, and I just thought that if she can jump, then she's going to be really good in one of the novice hurdles this year. Now, what facts tell us generally is Mullins would go a mare's hurdle route because of the mare status. And I would love to see her aimed at one of the others, maybe the Turners, possibly the Bartlett, maybe not the Bartlett. It's a bit of a slog and it could ruin her. But I'd love to see her have a crack at something like the Turners instead of the mare's novice. But he generally does go down that route, doesn't he, with his best one? So we'll just have to see, won't we, throughout the season? So, but I just had to put her in really because I just think she looked really good, and definitely want to keep an eye on for the season.
Excellent. Okay, so it's Bambino Fever for Jonny. So just to confirm, Miami Magic was my second one. Alex was George's Lad, and Bambino Fever for Jonny. Okay, so my third selection, this is going to be the first of my horses I feel could be potentially graded. And it's one of the French horses, bit ironic, is Mange 2 for Golden Elliot and Rob Corr, the mare. Won the Grand Maitre at Compagnie impressively by 15 lengths. Her sire was Born to Sea, and the dam is Brune Ecossais. I butchered the French. I'm surprised OJ's not here. So Born to Sea progeny includes horses like Aspire Tower and My Mate Mozzie, Wave of the Sea. Gordon Elliott did do a stable tour with Ginger Joe, and he suggested a Mange 2 she could potentially start at Down Royal in a few weeks in the 3-year-old hurdle at the Winter Festival, or maybe go for the graded hurdle at Fairy House. But she may also go a similar sort of route that Woodoo did, where she ran at Newbury and Doncaster. So maybe some of the juvenile races over here, over the sea. But so yeah, not sure if she'll run in the Triumph Hurdle, depending on how she does. But it could be an option. But yeah, Mange 2 for Gordon Elliott and Robcore for me. Alex, your last one, please, sir.
Okay, my last one ran in the Mares Bumper at Cheltenham in April, and it's not Poetisa. So Poetisa, if you didn't know, won that race and it was since sold to Jigginstown for 300,000. It is now going to be trained by Willie Mullins. But having watched that race back a couple of times, the horse I'm taking out of it is She's a Dancer, who is the Dan Skelton trained mare. Having watched the race back, she was miles behind. She came off the pace, made up loads of ground coming at the rail, and she actually only finished beaten by a length. I think if she'd had a clearer run, she'd have got, only beaten a length. So if she gets closer, then she could have beaten her. Poetisa is now 13 to 1, second favourite for that mare's novice hurdle. And if I think She's a Dancer could have beaten that horse, then I think she could be good. It's a bit of a wild card, really, but that those are my thoughts. I imagine she'll probably. I'd be surprised if they didn't start off in a bumper for her this year because she's quite inexperienced. Maybe start off in a bumper and then go novice hurdling from there. So yeah, She's a Dancer, Dan Skelton trained mare.
Excellent, Jonny. Your last one, please.
Yeah, this is the handicap I mentioned earlier, and this is one that me and Alex followed all last season. And bearing in mind, we've just had Christian Williams on doing an interview with us, the trainer there. It's one of his horses, just so happened to be doing it on the same night. And we've already sort of sounded him out, so watch that video as well to see what he says about it. This is Deep Cave, who picked up big prize at Aintree in April after we tipped him up at 50s, I think it was, on here.
66s, actually, Johnny.
Oh, wow.
I'm doing himself out there. I think on the day, was it 28 to 1?
I think he was 66 to 1 on my bet slip, so that's all I know.
I think he finished SP 28 to 1. We followed him all season, like I say. It sounds like from what Christians say, he could be well going fencing this year. So he's an ex-pointer, so hopefully he'll like the fences. He also said that he likes the big field, so maybe, start off in a few decent races, get a good mark early doors in the season, and then aim for one of the handicaps at Cheltenham, perhaps, or even Aintree again, if that's more his style of track. He could end up doing what he did last year and picking up another big prize at the end of the season. And he also said that he likes any ground, really. Even though he won on better ground, he's okay on soft. So as long as it's not too deep, he should be okay. So yeah, Deep Cave for me. He's there in the tracker, so I'll be following whenever he's entered.
Excellent, thank you, Jonny. So just to confirm the third round of selections, She's a Dancer for Alex, Deep Cave for Jonny, and mine was Mange 2 for the Gordon Elliott stable. And the 10th one of my final selection. Now, I should say, this again is a Dan Skelton horse. I mentioned this horse in the comments in Twitter, and then I was told not to mention the horse much longer by a certain Jamie Wren. He's since put this horse up for, he's one of these horses to follow, and it's My Daddy Paddy for Skelton, Dan Skelton, I should say. So My Daddy Paddy, just the one bumper start last season. He won impressively at Huntingdon by 11 lengths. So he's not run since. The form from the bumper is not very good, but Skelton is really, really, really keen on this horse for the coming season. He is from a walk in the park progeny, which includes John Bond and Min, Duvan, Final Demand. And the dam is from the Skelton stable as well, which is called Deb, who won a class 3 and 4 chase over 2 mile, 4 and 3 mile. So you could see My Daddy Paddy eventually going up to the middle distance, so maybe 3 miles. The impression I get is he's going to start over 2 miles, but he could go the same route as the New Lion. So I think Skelton's got one called, is it Chiopter Boards? It's like a similar sort of talking horse as well at the moment. So it depends on which way he may split the two. But my impression is that he'll go 2 miles. And of course, the owner is Dermot Hannafin, who's from Tralee. Again, is where Mr. Jamie Wren lives. And, and Dermot Hannafin had the winner. I don't know if everyone can recollect. He had these Cinders and Ashes, won the Supreme Hurdle in 2012, and same colours. So Lightning could strike twice, and My Daddy Paddy could maybe be the one for the Supreme. So that's my final selection. Gents, anything else to add before we conclude the video?
No, I mean, the one that missed the cut, I had Jaguar written down here as well.
Yeah.
I still think he's pretty well handicapped. He could even go for the Paddy Power Gold Cup, couldn't he? In one of the first big races of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he wins that, then maybe he's going to have to go into up in grade, perhaps. So we'll see. The only other one I wanted to mention, which is one I thought Alex would mention, was this old favourite Whistle Stop Tour. I wonder if he's got a big prize in him this year in the big handicap.
Potentially. The one I was going to mention, which I didn't, was In the Waterside. Thinking more sort of the old Hennessy for me.
Yeah.
He's that type, in my opinion, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
So, yeah. So
if he runs in that way, he'll have a few quid of mine on it, put it that way.
Yeah. And the other one, Ian, obviously we've got to keep an eye on again for Jazzy Matty, haven't we?
Oh, yes.
Will he be out the back in a few early season handicaps and then his mum drinking? And can he go win at Cheltenham again in March for 3 times on the run? That'd be something different, wouldn't it? Again, so yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so a few horses there maybe for your trackers just to keep on throughout the season. So just bear in mind for everybody that watches our horses to follow, it's not necessarily the case they're all going to go to the Cheltenham Festival. They could win handicap races and graded races throughout the season. So I know we love Cheltenham, but it's not the be all and end all. So Punchestown festivals and Aintree and all after that. So yeah, just keep an eye on the horses and throughout the season. But thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe comment in the video if you're interested in our horses to follow. If you don't like them, let us know.
Or if you've got any suggestions of your own, let us know as well.
Yes, definitely, and we can address them on our social media channels. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a few weeks for the Chepstow meeting.